Hey, welcome back. We have some pens here from the team at Aerocrafted. As I cut into this, I had messaged them on Instagram and got a pretty interesting sense of what they were trying to do and where they gained inspiration from and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Packaging looks really nice, and let's get into it. So got two pens here. The two models I went for were the Retract Click pen, which I assume is this guy, and the Contrail pocket pen. Let's see, interesting packaging. Now they said these are all 100% made in the US. You don't see much US manufacturing with this type of packaging. So apparently made in San Luis Obispo, California. Very small pen. Whoa, did not think when I went to, that looks like a one piece, but it's actually able to separate there. And I love when that's done on one of the grip lines, because it's just, you can't tell. It looks like it's one piece. Also on this pocket clip, it looks like almost integral, but I understand it is potentially a separate part. If so, the machining's very well done there. Nice little pocket clip, and let's click it. I'm sure there's some sort of trick here. Oh, interesting. So I think they said, like, okay, that was just probably break in there. They said here in the message they sent me, I think people missed the design and intent of our clicker mechanism a bit. In general, with our products from the onset, we try and make the pen truly inspired by our background in aviation. With that direction, we derive a simple, clever mechanical mechanism that we really haven't seen anywhere else. So the way that this works is it's kind of over to the side here, and when you push it that way, it releases. So it's kind of like a pushover kind of deal here. Interesting. I wonder if there's any way to see a little bit of that from the inside. Now you got my curiosity going. You got a Parker size pen. Nice little mechanism there. Oh, look at that. Super simple. There's really nothing to it. That's super interesting. So basically, about as simple as it gets in terms of a mechanism. The pen is definitely small, but because it's a top clicker, it's not the end of the world, because it gives you, enough room to have it in hand. It's short though. This thing is very short. Compare this to like one of my favorite pens in the world, the Smooth Precision pens in the full size. And here it is compared to the USG, also made by the Tie Scribe Go in the mini. So it's even smaller than that. And this is their full size, if I recall correctly. I think I got the larger one. I guess I can double check that, because the larger one has a Parker. Yeah, it had a Parker refill in it, whereas the small had a G2 Mini. So this is really about, it's more of a competitor with like the Oz machine type pens. Like, it's much thinner than your average pen. You're talking about a 0.35 on the diameter, although it even feels like maybe almost a little thinner. No, it's just, it's right in there. And let's see what it is looking like on the weight, because although I don't have one of the small Oz's out, those are, about as light as it gets. So here's the large Oz, tipping the scales at 0.68 ounces. Here you go at 0.765 ounces. And I think the smaller one even goes smaller, like another 1/10 of an ounce less, 0.63 ounces it says on the website. So you're talking about a very minimalist pen here. It's very interesting. Made in the USA, titanium. They're about $100. Sorry, I'm now 5 minutes in and I haven't opened the other pen yet. Let's get into it. All right, very thoughtful on this packaging. afraid on this one, like I'm gonna potentially lose a part or something. It's so little. Wow, that is a wild design. That's so cool how it amplifies out and gets bigger. What's that thing weigh? It's a little heavier, 0.85. I love how this gets bigger and can get so small when it goes back together. That is really neat. Let's get a quick measurement on that. That's one of the coolest cat pens I've seen. All right, you've got a closed length of 3.625, 3.75. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, 3.375 inches. And an open length of 5 1/8, 5 1/4 maybe, 5 1/8 inches. That is really cool. I love that. Basically takes it down by 2 inches when you fold it. And yeah, I'm really curious now to jump over to this page. This is called the Contrail, a compact everyday carry pen that easily converts into a full-size pen. And boy, that would be really just disappear in the pocket. I don't carry a pen in my pocket too often, but if I was going to, it'd be very hard to beat this. I think this might become my conference pen for when I'm going to do events and stuff at work. That feels really nice in hand. Almost no tip wiggle whatsoever. Let's see if I can find something better to write on. Hang on. Okay. Refill needs a little. Sorry, the angle that I'm at right now is not going to be very conducive to handwriting, and I already don't have good handwriting. But that feels really nice. Now I'm curious about this other one. Mechanism is definitely a little funky. A little more tip wiggle on that one, but not much. Typical when you're going to have a click pen versus something like this. So materials, you have here precision made CNC from solid material. Tip and cap material are durable grade 5 titanium with smooth satin finish. This is so light. This is crazy light here. Sorry, hard to see into there on the video. And then the midsection is low friction bronze, which lets it slide in there really nicely. Low friction bronze, and it says develops a natural patina with use. And then tip and cap, durable grade 5 titanium with smooth satin finish. Midsection material is a carbon reinforced polymer. So let's get into the last part of this, and let me get some of these other pens and stuff out of here so we clear things up a little and have a little less chaos. Look at that. A little G2 mini in there, a spring. Interesting that it has a spring for a non-click pen. Super interesting little pen. You could even write with that a little bit if you had to, if you either lost the cap or didn't have it on there, but man, that is really cool. This is a really neat pen. I am very impressed with what he has done here, and I guess he and the team, or she, I actually don't know for sure who these people are. Let's see, engineering, if we can get a little information about these guys. Aerospace engineering, precision manufacturing, design it, build it, test it, fly it. That's their motto here. And yeah, I don't have too much more info about the people themselves, but they do talk a lot about being pilots and the inspiration coming from that. Let's see what else we have here. We've seen people talk about our pen from the perspective of the mechanism being cool, but I think the way the why behind the mechanism is just cool. The cross section of the bronze coupler that holds the body and pen tip together is also really thin. The wall at its thinnest is 0.030. You'll notice that there are no O-rings, yet another aviation-inspired part of the design, and the fit is controlled by tolerances on threaded bronze coupler. That's most of the things that I think are cool off the top of my head. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, no O-ring there, is there? This is really an interesting design. I don't know why I think it's so interesting, but just the simplicity, I guess. Just seems like something that would last a really long time. Yeah, very minimalist pens here. Kind of fun in their own way. For me, this one's a little on the small side for writing, but not terrible, but definitely a bit on the small side. I could definitely see these being some nice ones to like gift to people. One of the things I find is that what I think is really nice doesn't always translate to what someone else thinks is nice. Like my favorite pen and my brother's favorite pen are totally opposites in my top 15. He likes my 15th favorite pen, and he didn't really like my favorite pen, so yeah, you just never know what people are into. And I could see a lot of people really appreciating this fit and finish and feel, and just knowing that it's made in USA is really very cool. It just doesn't feel like most of what I see made in USA. You see more of this kind of packaging and delivery more from other countries a lot of the time. So you just kind of appreciate when you see this kind of mix here. So gosh, this one right here though, this is really the one that's got my attention. That is just really fun. I don't know what is I love about it so much. I wonder how far from here to here is. How much does it actually overlap is kind of what I'm wondering here. I guess we can do this. So it only overlaps by that much. That looks like it's about just under half an inch, maybe 1/3 of an inch or so. So it doesn't have a huge amount of overlap, which is pretty interesting. If you think about just kind of the bracing and stuff. And I'm curious how much this sort of would create wear on this material. As you slide that on and off, would that over time become, you know, loose? I don't know. Very interesting question, I think. I don't think this is magnetic. So yeah, it just makes you kind of wonder what the longevity would be there. And gosh, it's just an interesting little pen. That really is something else there. I'm glad to have gotten my hands on it. I think that's all for now. This video ran a bit long, but it was definitely an enjoyable one, different. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.